Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How you doing? Hope everybody's faring well. I know a lot of you guys are dealing with this hurricane mess. Oh my gosh, what a path of destruction. That was, but the only good thing I can say is it moved quickly. Sometimes these hurricanes come and they're moving super slow and then they just, rain for hours and hours and hours. At least it moved really quickly and turned into a, tropical storm quick. So I know the winds, though, I saw all that destruction. It's crazy, crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys are okay, and the people that are in the path of the fires and all, we're all praying for rain and relief to all these fires that are going on. Pull my light up a little bit. My room's kind of dark. I don't have my above light on, so it's kind of dark. I don't know. Let's see. Try to get it going here. Anyway, I told you guys on my last reading that the next person I was going to read for is Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, that friend of Melania Trump's that's now written a book, and I guess it's not her first book. She wasn't on my radar. I never heard about her, never read her books or nothing, but she was in the news and people are kind of talking about her, and I've gotten some questions about her. So somebody asked me would I do a reading on her, and I thought it was pretty interesting, and I think we need a little break from all the politics, after all the convention and everything that's going on. And, watching Trump last night, he did the longest ever, speech. I think it was over an hour and I don't know, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. Just a whole bunch of lies, nothing new, just doing what Trump does. So this lady wrote a book called Melania and Me, and it's actually coming out on September the 1st. But, through the media, we've heard that she has recorded Melania Trump talking some crap about her husband and about Ivanka. Now, that's the ex-wife, so, you can take that with a grain of salt. Everybody's going to talk crap about the ex-wife, right? I think that's what that is about. But I don't know. We're going to find out what she said about Donald, you know. Anyway, I guess they had a falling out because I looked her up and I read what happened because I had she's, like I said, never been on my radar. I don't know. So I looked up and read, and the falling out is about money, of course. She's an event planner. She worked for Vogue and all that. And evidently, Melania Trump wanted to be friends with her because she was high status, and they formed a friendship. So, like I said, she's a very tall lady like her. They're both, I guess in fashion and stuff. And she worked for Vogue. Anyway, they've been friends for a long, long time. And they had this falling out after Trump became president. They hired her to plan events and stuff, and she actually planned their inauguration. And a story was written about the excesses, charges on the inauguration, that it was being overcharged. And I guess it fell back on her, that maybe she was doing it. And she's had to defend herself and say that everything was planned out. All the event was planned out. Everything, she got the okay on everything. And, she's going to go back and say, I guess it's their fault, it's Trump's fault. The Trump Hotel, the events that she planned through the hotel and things like that, they're the ones that overcharged everything. So I don't know. That's all that I scanned through it real quick. So I'm just kind of getting the gist of it because I just wanted to know what's the deal with her. I didn't know. So I just wanted to get the gist. I read one article and I skimmed through it. I just will, hop around. So anyway, that's what I get anyway. So I remember them saying they think she got $1.6 million. And I don't know. It's your friend. Why do you care if your friend gets money if it's all in the up and up and everything's good and you know, that's, I don't know. It's kind of weird how rich people are. They only want themselves to have money. They don't want other people to have money, and they got a problem with it. Like I said, I may not know the whole situation, but that's where I'm at. Okay, so I have dealt out the cards, and I'm going to read them on this book that's coming out. And Stephanie, what's going on here? Okay, so here we go. The bottom of the deck that I just dealt the cards from, the bottom is the Hermit here, you know, and the Hermit is, as you know, it's about being lonely. So I feel like, you know, she's really been cut off, and her reputation has been damaged from this situation. So it's like she's isolated, you know, she's been isolated because of this situation, you know, that she's been going through. That's Stephanie. And she's taken this path to rehabilitate, you know, her reputation and her standing, you know, because she's been very isolated. But I think she was warned about this, you know. Okay, the next card is the Chariot card. This is the first card that came up. You know, she's trying to get control over the situation, just like I said on with the other card. She's trying to control the narrative, you know, get control on all the gossiping and the narrative. She wants to really get out her side of the story, basically, you know, and that's what's going on here. So she's just trying to get control over the narrative of what everybody is saying about her. She wants the truth to be known. Crossing over that card is Seven of Wands. And you guys know this is the stand your ground card. So she's had to stand up for herself. She's having to defend herself from all these lies. She's standing up, you know, defending her reputation. That's what's going on. So that's why she wrote the book, because, you know, she's defending her reputation. She's standing up for herself, and overlooking her whole situation is Trump. That's the Trump card. So he's coming right up here. He's the cause of all this, you know. He's the cause of their friendship ruining and all that. He's the main cause. He's the problem. It's the money. It's him. And it really broke her heart, y'all. This is the foundation. This is Three of Swords. You know, it did hurt her. It really did, because, you know, it felt like an abuse of her friendship. Like, you know, they didn't trust her, you know. Basically, they're saying you abused our friendship, and we don't, you know, and they didn't trust her. It's, you know, I think for her, she thought their friendship was solid. She was warned not to get into this, not to get into business with the Trumps. She was warned not to do it. You know, anybody that gets into business with Trump, it ends badly. It really does. But she felt like this was a solid relationship, you know, with her and Melania. And she's an event planner, and they needed an event, and she wanted to do it. And yeah, she got her heart broken over it. They really hurt her deeply, you know, by accusing her of, you know, basically overcharging and taking money. So it really hurt her, and hurt her heart, hurt her reputation, hurt her life, hurt everything, you know. Okay, this is the past. This is, you know, what this card is. Nine of Swords. This is a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of grief over this whole situation. This has caused so much stress in her life, you know. It really has. And this is what she's been dealing with. And I feel like this was her answer to all this stress she's going to. She just really needed to write this book for so many reasons on so many different levels, you know. It's cathartic. It gets back at Trump, you know, and it puts money in her pocket too. So there's so many reasons that can relieve a lot of stress, right? All right, here's the future card, Page of Pentacles. So yeah, we're going to learn some new information. The information that's going to be in this book, it's about a young person, a young man. So it's a young man. It could be about Baron, you know, could be about Baron that's coming up, or could be some Another young man. We'll have to wait and see, but there's new information about a young man coming up. We'll find out what that's about. Two of Cups is next. This is in like her state of mind situation. She is looking forward to being very successful with this book. She is, she partnered up with this for this book, and it's going to be successful, and she's really looking forward to it. So that's good. And like I said, she's looking forward to it because she wants to be vindicated. She wants to get the word out there. I think she may be a little bit vengeful, and want to, of course, ruin Trump's chance of getting reelected, basically. That's the timing. So they're putting it out there at this timing because she's vengeful because of the things that they said about her. All right. The next card I pulled for them is the Lovers for her. So this is, I think, something racy going on in the book that we're going to hear about. So this is a little information that she divulges. This could be, about the Trump's marital bed. I think maybe a little risque things coming out about that. So the other books that we've read, they didn't really have anything to do with any sex or anything, but I feel like we're going to find out some sexy things in this book. I think so. All right, the hopes and dreams position. This is Six of Cups. This is all about. This is going to be like what really Melania, where she wants to live. You know what I mean? From her point of view. I mean, does she want to go to Florida? Does she want to live in Florida? Does she want to live in New York? Where is her home? Where does she consider her home? Where does she want to go back to? We're going to hear about information about that, where she really, what she really wants, because we hear nothing from her. We don't really know what's going on with her, what's in her mind. She's been so quiet and everything. So we're going to find out some information about that. Also about, I feel like maybe some more information about her heritage, maybe her parents and her heritage, because this is all about family life, So we're going to find out where her heart really is, and I think a little more information about her parents and all, and probably Barron, I think, because that's all about family life. So we'll find out a little bit more about where she's at mentally and how she thinks and feels and where she wants to end up at the end of, in January, where she's moving to basically in January. So we'll probably find out. Now they're going back to Florida, right? Are they? How long will she stay in Florida with him after all this crap starts happening, all these investigations when Biden takes over? Okay, here's the ending for this. This is Seven of Cups. This is all about options. You can see that. This is options. So I think we're going to find out all these options that Melania has discussed with Stephanie. It's kind of like, girl talk. You tell all your girlfriend, your best girlfriend, you tell them all your feelings, all your fantasies, all your dreams. And that's what this is an indication of. All the fantasies, all the dreams that Melania has had, what she wanted to do in her life, how she thought her life would be, where she thought she would be at this time. This is all that's going to be coming out here, and also it's about the options that she took after she found out about all these affairs that Trump has had. So after, she had many different options available to her after she found out all these affairs, and she took some options, and we know that she went back. That's why she wasn't at the White House, is because she had her prenup, rewritten or something. So she has a lot of different options in there, and we're going to hear about all these options that she has, and all the little dreams and fantasies that she had, and what, how she basically got from here to there, you know? It's so weird that we have a first lady that is, you know, on Facebook completely nude. So she had so many options open to her that she took Trump. So we're going to find out about those kind of things and, you know, really kind of how Melania Trump's mind works a little bit better, because this lady really was close to her, and she probably knows her almost better than anybody that we have been able to get any information on. You know what I mean? So we're gonna find out all these options that Melania Trump. She knows about everything. She knows about everything. She knows about all these affairs and everything. She knows about them, you know, and she just comes from a place where, okay, this is the price that I pay for being with this man. You know what I mean? That's her mindset. This is the price I have to pay to be with this man. He has affairs. I don't like him. I can be mad at him for a little while. When she was going through all this stuff, we saw that she was mad at him. She wouldn't hold his hand. She slapped his hand away. She didn't come to the White House for, you know, months, saying she had to stay back in New York with Barron. She was just mad. She was mad at him. Of course, why wouldn't she be? But, you know, Hillary Clinton, she forgave Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton supposedly did all kinds of things, you know, and she forgave him. So I guess Melania Trump forgave Donald Trump too. I don't know how she could stand to do that. Because he's such a turnoff. At least Bill Clinton was handsome, right? And I don't know. So we're going to find out a lot of information. Okay, guys, I can't wait to hear about that book. I don't know if I will read that book and order it or not, because I wrote, you know, Mary Trump's book was a little bit boring. You know, it was like, it gave us an understanding into Trump, but it was just very mundane and boring. This is probably a little more racy, I would say. Maybe I will order it. It's probably be a little racy, but you know how we haven't gotten any little tidbits from this book like we did on Mary Trump. All the big stuff came out before the book even got published. We knew we had all the hits, you know what I mean? And there was nothing exciting to uncover in reading the book, because the media already had all the hits on it. And this is going to happen like that too. The media is going to get this book, and all the big juicy stuff is going to come out, you know, right away. So I don't know. We can just wait for the juicy stuff, or you can read the book. But there is going to be some juicy stuff coming out about it. So, all right. So that's what I get, guys. She's just trying to defend her reputation and rehabilitate herself, you know, because she's tired of being isolated. So I think in the Trump world, they kind of isolated her, and, you know, it's unfortunate, but I think that's what happened. A lot of people believe their lies, you know, so she's just trying to recoup her life, you know. All right. That's it, guys. This was a really quick reading. I just wanted to take a look at her real quick, just change the subject a little bit here and give us a break from these political readings. What are you guys going to do for the weekend? You got any plans? I am going to my daughter's house. We're going to play games. That's what we do. We play games. We played Yahtzee last weekend. There's a whole bunch of us this time, but we could all play Yahtzee. That's one thing good. You can go around, doesn't matter how many players, and, you know, just eat junk and drink soda or something, some iced tea. Woohoo! But we have a lot of different games that we play too. So we'll probably play all different, you know, games. They have lots of different games to play. So I hope you guys are doing something enjoyable and fun. God bless you all. Please pray for the people that have been in harm's way this past week. Actually, just pray for them. I know that a lot of people have lost their homes to fire, destruction, tornadoes, just a lot of things going on. And I pray for them all. There's a lot of protesters. Oh, did y'all see? Rand Paul said the protesters were overtaking him. He had to be escorted out. I'm like, well, I can't really feel sorry for him. I don't like him. Nothing happened to him. He got harassed. What, he got yelled at because people don't like him? There was more protesters than there were people sitting on Trump. Remember when I did Trump's reading, when I said he's going to have a crowd? I told y'all he's going to have a crowd. I knew it. He has the ego of a monster. He is egotistical. And I didn't hardly see anybody wearing a mask. I looked into the crowd, they've showed it on TV. There was hardly anybody wearing a mask. Most people weren't wearing a mask. And somebody said from Trump, I don't know, one of those guys from Trump said, why are we going to wear a mask? We're all going to get it anyway. Really? And that's their mindset. We're all going to get, we'll just go ahead and get it. Let's get it and get it over with. They're crazy. They are just crazy. This damages your lungs. It can permanently damage your lungs if you survive it. And, I know there's some people that have gotten it and they haven't had too many symptoms, but, I think it's how much of the germ that you get. You get just a little bit of it. I don't know. It doesn't seem to mutate as much. And plus these people, that are in the White House, they're getting tested all the time. So they're catching it at a very early stage. And they're taking steroids. They're taking it like the Z-Pack. They're taking the steroid pack. And I think that's really helping it. And that's why it's not mutating and getting worse and worse and worse. They're catching it before it gets worse. Remember when you can take the flu, when you get the flu, they say if you take, I forgot what that medicine is. If you can take it within the first 3 days, you can, cut down on the severeness of the flu. It's just like that. They're catching it in such an early stage that it's cutting down the severity. And so they're all thinking, it's nothing. It ain't nothing. But, these people that are out here getting tested, you're lucky if your test comes back 3 or 4 days. Most of the time, this test is coming back 1 week, 10 days later. And you're already very, very sick. It's already mutated. You haven't had any medication and, you're in a bad situation. So they think they're above it all. They're just crazy. They're stupid. Anyway, we'll see what happens with the people that were there. Herman Cain is not with us anymore because he went to Trump's rally. So there'll be some falling out from this one too. I guarantee it. All right, guys, have a beautiful weekend. Love y'all so much. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.